Okay, folks, it's like almost 8:30, not quite dark. I went and picked up my daughter from a friend's house, got back, and it looks like there's a decent-sized swarm in this oak tree, probably from one of my hives. I got my Russian Zion right there, but I haven't updated it in about 2 years. But they did land on the same tree as it, but again, my bee yard's right there, so most likely these are my bees. It looks like a pretty good sized swarm, and it's 8:30 at night. Can't find my camera tripod, but I'm going to try to share this with you as best I can. I'm probably going to try to cut that branch as best I can and try to lower this into a really big bin here. This is the bin. I was just checking on my bees yesterday, and I tell you, a couple hives looked pretty big, and I added some supers a little early, some honey supers. But the hives are healthy. That's a good thing, and I'm going to try to lower them into this bin is step one, I hope. I'm going to put my bee stuff on, and we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll see what happens, people. In the dark. I'm hoping to chop this branch down so that I can lower this swarm, but it's dark, and using a chainsaw, even a small one, one-handed, probably not recommended. Okay, well, it fell. Not where I wanted it to, but it fell. Right on me. But at least, if you can see anything, I can brush stuff in now. Catching a swarm at night, people. There's a bunch more bees on the ground too, but hopefully we get the queen in there, and then the other bees will hopefully follow. We're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna keep brushing. Okay, folks, I managed to get the bees that were still on the branch that I cut down into the bin. I know it's silly, but it's right by a little elderberry bush that I don't want to ruin. But if that happens, it'll come back next year. There's still a decent amount of bees on the ground. I mean, it's, 8:45 right now. I've only been doing this about 5 or 10 minutes, but catching swarms at night is not the way I like to do it. But hey, let's see how many bees we got. That is a lot of bees, people. The question is the queen there? We got bees everywhere. We got bees everywhere. What a mess. Lots of bees. This is a big swarm, people. A really big swarm. We got bees here to there. And this is a whole starter hive right there. It's just, is the queen there? Is the queen there? Okay, I'm gonna try to get more of the bees into there. Now, if the queen's in there, the bees will start to go into the bucket. Doesn't seem to be happening just yet, does it? Okay, again, we're just trying to get many of these bees in the bin as we can. Okay. Oh yeah, people. If only I knew if the queen was in here. Not making a beeline, I don't think, but and you can hear the buzzing. I think the queen is still on the ground somewhere. Great, great, great. They really are a lot calmer. Ooh! I said that and I got stung. Woo! Well, they are a lot calmer when they have just swarmed. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave this box here and see if these bees will migrate with the rest of the crew, which they just might actually do that. Still a lot of bees on the ground though. That was a fail, but not 100% fail if I can get them in the box. They can make the beeline. If it wasn't so late, I would have had a white sheet out here to catch them, but I guess you got to plan ahead a little bit better than I did. But that's okay. Okay, folks, it's pretty crazy. There's most of the bees. This is a big old swarm. There's still a decent amount of bees on the ground. But I think they're starting to make a beeline to hopefully go into this big Tupperware with the main group of bees there. I feel like the queen is probably in the box now because they're not making their queenless buzz, whereas these bees are making their queenless buzz. So I'm just hoping that they'll make their way back into the hive here. Well, not the hive, the Tupperware. Some of these bees are on there because I scraped them into there. But I do start to see some bees making their way. So I'm going to come back in about an hour and see if these bees have put themselves into the box. That's what I would love to happen. These guys are calm now. Please join them. It is now like 6:45 in the morning. Came out at about 11:30 last night. Got most of the bees in the bin. There's still a few bees over where they swarmed, but we're gonna check the box and see if the main bees are still in here. Unfortunately, I gotta go to work. But hopefully the bees, if they're in the bin, will be here when I get back and they're not going to swarm again. That's sometimes the problem. You put a swarm in a box and they just leave again. So let's see if the bees are here. Yeah, the bees are here. The bees are still here. Hopefully when I get home from work, I can put them in a hive and all will be good. All will be good. Until next time, people.